Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Oh, yeah, man. Got a radio show. Do you understand that? I'm telling you, God been big in my life. I'm not going to kid you. I'm telling you, and he'll do the same thing for you. God is a gentleman. You know, I want to point that out to you. God is an absolute gentleman. He will not come in unless he's invited. He don't just barge into your life. He gives us the power of choice. You know, if you say you got it, I don't need you, he lets you have it. If you say, I need you, come see about me, he right there. It's just a real simple thing, man. So I always say to people this, if you've gotten yourself into something, and please know I have, I was stuck. I thought a couple of times, well, might not make it past this one. But then if I don't make it past it, what's going to happen? And then I held on to this little thing that my mother kept talking to me about. She said, sometimes, son, when you ain't got nothing else in you, just hope. She said, just hope it'll be all right. You know, and what I've learned in my life is that hope is the beginning of faith. Hope is just, is there a possibility out there for me? I sure hope something happened. See, hope is okay, man. Because like I say, for me, the way I've lived my life, hope was the beginning of faith. It was just the idea. It's just the thought that something could change for me, that something could be a little bit different for me, that maybe, man, just maybe, for some reason, I could be saved. I could be rescued. Things could turn around. It could head in the other direction. Maybe I could quit messing up. Maybe somebody will forgive me. Maybe somebody will just say, all right, I don't know. But I can't count the times I've been in that position. But then once I hope a little bit, and then I remember also my mother, because she was a Sunday school teacher. She taught me the most valuable lesson I've ever learned in my life. Nothing has been greater in my life than my faith. She taught me to pray. Mama used to say, when it get real dark for you, son, prayer changes things. She said, when you seem like you lost and you can't find your way, stop and pray. She said, because prayer changes things. You know, when you get a point in your life when you've done all you can do and you can't do no more and you just don't know what to do next, she said, stop, son, pray. And combine that prayer with that hope that you got. She said, because that hope is the beginning of faith. She said, if you pray just hoping, she said, if God come through for you, that'll give you confidence that he can do it again. And then after a while, you quit hoping. She said, and you start believing. She said, and that's when you're on to something. If you can turn that hope into belief, that hope into faith, the ability to believe in something that you can't see. But the key, though, to faith is you're believing in something that you can't see. See, hoping a little bit different from me. Now, I'm pretty sure, like I say oftentimes, I tell a lot of people who can explain this thing a lot better than I can to you. But just from my side of it, being as real as I can be with you, see, hope helps, man. If you ain't strong enough to have faith, have hope. And then if you pray with some hope and God answers your prayer, then that hope gains a little confidence. And after a while, that confidence becomes faith. Now it ain't just hoping, but I'm believing. I'm believing in something that I cannot see. Faith has been the key to my entire existence, even when I didn't have any. It was faith as I look back on it that has gotten me here. And not just faith, but my faith. See, you will only get to where you're going in your life based on your faith. See, a lot of people get the word faith confused. Like, what's your faith? And then they start going down this whole list of all these different religions out here. But really, in essence, man, when I talk to people about faith, I'm talking to you about your belief. How much do you believe in the unseen? How much do you believe in the things you can't see? How much do you believe in the impossible? How much do you believe? See, because faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. Faith is the core of all that is happening to me today. It is the faith that I have in my relationship with God that enables me to just oftentimes, if I stay on the right course and believe a certain way and act a certain way, his blessings just pour. They just come. And it comes in a lot of little ways, too, I've started to notice. See, it ain't just, a lot of people think blessings is money. No, man, that ain't it. It's coverage. It's every time my plane lands safe. It's every time they predict bad weather and I get up in the sky and it don't be no bad weather. You know, this is favor. These are blessings that get poured out to me. Somebody call me and offer me something. Not money, but an opportunity. You know, somebody say, hey, man, I don't know, but I sent this to you. I thought you might be interested in it. Somebody will send me a scripture or somebody will send me something. That's favor. And it always comes at a time when I need it the most. That's favor. That's pouring out blessings. Now, I'm also the recipient of a lot of other blessings, too. You know, I've been blessed with health. That's an amazing blessing, man. I've been blessed with a spirit of not quitting. I've been blessed with the ability to shoulder huge amounts of responsibility. See, blessings come a lot of ways. But once you tie into God, once you tie in and you start doing the best you can do, and you start asking for him to make you a better person, to help shape and mold you into the kind of man or person that he wants you to be, you'd be amazed what God can do with you, man, if you just invite him in and allow him to be a part of your life. I mean, what you got to lose out there? Come on. If you're sitting in the cell this morning, why would you not change? You have a chance to turn your life around with a relationship with God. What you waiting on? Are you going to just keep doing it like that, huh? Really? Come on, man. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you not allow God to be a part of your life so you can get to where he wants you to be? God got some big plans for you. If he didn't, you wouldn't keep waking up.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl. I'm talking about my girl. 1, 2. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say
Yeah.
Come on.
What can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl.
Man.
I've got soul.
Come on, David.
Part he was waiting for.
You better sing.
Well, I started to do David, but I ain't want to.
Come on,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Just started like that today. Don't even ask me where that came from.
It's the temps, baby.
Somewhere down in my soul.
In my soul.
I felt that. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mouth of the South, Junior, the legend of Nephew Tommy. Junior, what's on your mind today, man?
First of all, man, thank you for that opening, dog. That felt great, man, because that Jodeci you just did right there. Boy, that tell you something.
I'll slap you across your face.
Slap me across what?
Like Will.
You thought that was KC? You thought
Dog,
that was
he
KC?
said, my girl. Who is that? That's got to be him.
Baby, that's David Ruffin.
legend.
Don't play, Junior.
It's okay.
Don't play.
That is David
Okay.
Ruffin.
Well, is it? But then on the same note, man, feeling good, man. Just staying and feeling good. Cause you know, man, I just found out, man, it's some snakes in the grass. You find out these haters, man, don't want you to be Yeah, man. There's some haters out here, man, that every time you doing something, they got something to say about what you're doing. They never support any dream or vision of anything you're doing, and they have a comment behind it. They always say, oh, you think that's going to work, or you think you finna get better at that. Oh, why
So
you come up
ready
with
for
that?
this?
What's that, huh?
Uh-huh. Quit expecting them to support anything and expect them to do what they've been doing. Haters hate. Know this about hater. Have you ever seen a really wealthy hater?
Not really.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Have
Trump.
you ever really
Let me
seen
see.
an incredibly successful person that was a hater?
I'll say I've seen a wealthy person who was a hater, and that's Trump.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Trump, here's the problem. Trump is not as wealthy as everybody think he is. How come he ain't on the Forbes list nowhere since he's so wealthy? What?
to us he's
No, stop. No, wait, listen. To rich people know. He be on one of them lists. He ain't on damn one of them lists. He ain't ever been on one of them lists.
He not.
All right. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now to start your morning off with the nephew and run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Headed back to the cemetery this morning. We were there yesterday.
Lord.
Yes. We headed back to the cemetery.
Much.
You gave wrong directions to my sister's grave. You gave wrong directions to my sister's grave. Let me go ahead and put this out there. I think inside the cemetery, y'all ought to have some streets on them little pathways. Y'all need streets so people know where they're going. They could left right here and a right there. You need streets in there instead of just a whole bunch of paths.
Well, it
and
would
ain't
help
no
if
names.
you quit burying your people with these postage stamps. They trying to call the tombstone. They can't find them. Soon as one piece of tall grass grow up, now you can't see. Now you mad at everybody at the.
Well, a lot of cemeteries, they flat now. I don't know if you know that. Some of them are flat. They have
No,
some of them
I
like
ain't,
that.
but a lot of them is flat.
Yeah. The stone. The stone.
Yeah, the stone is flat. It's flat on the ground. Well, now, how you gonna find that?
If the grass grows. Yeah.
Well, they need to cut the grass and keep the ground.
Thank you. You would hope you would get a well-groomed cemetery.
I see right now we're gonna have some difference of opinions about this right here.
This thing got deep.
Somebody's getting mad already. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Careful how you pick your cemetery. You gave me the wrong directions to my sister's grave. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello. Thank you for calling Cemetery. How may I help you?
My name is Frederick Stemmer. Tamara Mc.
Let me see if she's in the office. One moment, please.
Thank you. It don't make sense for us all to go out there like we did and then to run into these type of problems that don't have. Hello?
Hello?
Listen, my name is Frederick Stemmons.
Okay.
Now, my sister's Step is buried out there.
Okay.
And we come out there last week on Monday to come out there and pray over the space where she is. Now, you is the one that told us that it was a few spaces away from the mausoleum. Now, we got out there and prayed over my sister Francis's burial and found out that we was in the wrong space. And they say you was the one that told it to us.
Sir, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You is the one that told us that my sister Francis...
I don't give out spaces. I'm in the administrative office.
I don't know where you work. All I know is you was the one that told us this.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You was the one that my grandbaby said that she talked to the woman named Tamara. And you had us out there standing over some white man's body, and it wasn't
Sir,
right.
I'm not a counselor, so I can't tell you where a space is. So... your granddaughter lied to you.
Ain't nobody lied to me. Not you had us out there in the wrong space.
I couldn't have had you in the wrong space because I don't even know the cemetery.
You know what? I'm going to send my grandbaby up there to talk to you.
Okay. I'll be here till 5.
You're very mischievous. You know that?
I'll be here till 5 o'clock. You have a good day.
No, you don't you hang up this phone on me.
You have a good day.
No, I'm not going to have a good day. You had me praying over my sister Francis's body, and it was the wrong one. And we sitting there praying over this white man's body. It wasn't right. Hello?
I'm listening to you.
You don't have an apology or nothing?
Because I know I didn't tell your granddaughter where a space was.
Then what did you tell her?
I don't even know who your granddaughter is.
What you mean? The Simmons family. We was out there.
I don't know who the Simmons family is,
It's not Simmons. It's Simmons. Simmons.
I don't know a Simmons family. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not a counselor. I don't even deal with families.
Here's what I need you to do. Can you go out there and pray over my sister's body?
I don't know where your sister is buried.
It's supposed to have been 6 spaces away from the mausoleum.
Are there any spaces? Yes. Where is it at? Section 2. Section 2?
We was in Section 2, but it was some white man. It wasn't my sister Francis.
Okay, I don't even know who your sister Francis is. I do not even know where Section 2 is. Whoever came into the cemetery and said that they spoke to me, they probably did speak to me, and I probably got the information from a counselor, but I never told them exactly where the spot was. So if they were out there praying over your sister and they were in the wrong spot, that's not my problem.
They're praying over some white man.
That's not my problem, sir.
If you gave the
wrong spot.
If you gave the wrong information, it is just. But let me explain to you.
I don't give the wrong information. I told them yes, she's in Section 2, but I did not physically go out there and point to the spot to tell them to pray over that spot.
Let me explain what I'm trying to stop from happening. If my people come up there, it's gonna be some more bodies getting buried, and I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Okay, I mean your family can come up here. It's not going to be no more bodies being buried. What they can do is come up here, right, and we can conversate about this. But it's not going to be an uproar up here.
I want you to go out there and you pray over Francis's body.
I'm not going out to pray over nobody's body. It's not my family member. I didn't tell them the wrong information.
Do you love the Lord? Do you love the Lord?
I dearly do.
Then you ought to have some sympathy. I want you to bow your head right now.
No, I'm going to end this conversation because I have other work to do. Now, if they want to come in and talk to me, I will be here until 5 o'clock.
Can I say one more thing before you go?
You can say one more thing, and I'm ending the call.
Okay. This nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked, baby.
You are crazy, okay?
Your sister Tamika set you up, baby. And you just got it, baby, from nephew Tommy. Boy, you was standing your ground. You like, no, just because you wasn't prayed over the wrong body, that don't mean nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All right, check it out. You got to tell me one thing. What's the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey.
That's cute.
All right, Stan of the Cemetery nephew. Thank you. Coming up next, Ask the CLO right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, still trending, Chris Rock fires back at Will Smith during his Netflix special, Selective Outrage. And we'll talk about it at the top of the hour. But right now, it is time to ask the Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, our CLO. Raven in Montgomery says, my husband and I are living apart for a while because he cheated on me. I found out when I saw a video on his phone and he said he loved her. He says it was a lie just to get her to sleep with him. Do you believe it was a lie or the truth? What?
I have no idea. I don't know your husband. I don't know her.
Right.
But I can't tell you how many men have told that lie to sleep with somebody. It is a very popular lie now.
That's top, ain't it? It's
Top
I
10.
will say that I love you. I will admit that is one of the top lies. So he might have not, loved her, but to just sleep with her, I mean,
Say that. If they ask you, you gonna say yes. Do you
I
love me?
you. Of course. Baby, come on now. What you think this is? Look at me. Look at me.
You're so good at lying.
Oh, that's what they do.
That's a shame.
All this time, all these moments, all these words, these feelings that you don't feel this coming out from me. You don't see it. Wow.
I got
I'm
you cold.
surprised.
What you talking about? Do I love you?
Wow. All right. Moving on to
Love.
Charla
Love,
in Newport
love
News.
may not be adequate enough.
Wow. Pour it on thick, why don't you? Charlotte in Newport News says, I'm engaged to a man and we had too much to drink the other night and I got sick. I urinated on myself in my sleep and he woke me up and was mad. I'm thinking he's not good husband material now. How can he get upset over that?
I think he could be thinking you ain't good wife material. You're here peeing on yourself. I'm
got to
telling you
go.
right now, I'm not marrying nobody that urinates on herself. We're not finna to do this right here. No, not in you. I don't know how old you are, but you potty trained should have been one of the things you had worked on. And you got to stop drinking. You talking about you ain't thinking he ain't good husband material. I can't tell you what's running through his mind. I'm going to tell you right now, you probably ain't going to get married. I'm going to just tell you this. Now, you can make it your decision if you want to, but it's going to be because you peed on yourself. I'm going to tell you that right now. It will be because you urinated on yourself
Yeah.
in your sleep. How drunk was you? I got
so
some partners got drunk. Now, I got some friends of mine that have peed in some peculiar places, but never on themselves.
Just give me what he said when that fluid hit his thigh in that sleep.
Oh, God.
Crazy.
You know I'm in the shower.
Wait a minute.
With all your
What the
bedding.
hell is going on? Hey! What the hell wrong with you? I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. It's what's wrong. I'm drunk and urinate. So what? So what? The hell you mean, so what? Okay, I'll tell you what. Bet I don't marry you. I'm thinking he ain't good husband material. You done set up here and urinated on your old ass. Now you sitting up here talking about he ain't good husband material. Potty training is real basic stuff.
It's too much. Okay.
That's
I
what
don't
we
think
gotta
you
move.
should marry a person that ain't potty trained. That's what they are.
All right.
Go ahead, sure.
That's your takeaway. Moving on to Candace in Baltimore. Candace says, my husband left his phone on the bed and went to the kitchen. He was watching porn and had selected the big girls category. I asked him about it, and he admitted that he loves juicy girls. I'm thin, without breasts or a big butt. Should I be worried about him seeking that out, or is it just his guilty pleasure?
Very.
What?
What?
That's your
You
Very
need to be
worried.
very concerned.
Oh, yes.
You're so ignorant.
You skinny and got small breasts, lady. He had porno looking at thick ones.
She
You in
said
trouble.
she was thin. No breasts, no butt.
Oh, nothing?
You need to go.
I'm thin without
I'm
breasts
telling you
or a
right
big butt.
now,
That's
you
what
need
she
to go.
said.
You need to go heavy on the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm just gonna tell you that. You need to go heavy
Get her
on
weight
the
up.
peanut butter and
Get your
jelly
butt up.
sandwiches. Do like I
Why
did when
these
I lived
women
in New
getting
York.
them
Get yourself, you don't need no surgery. Get yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bowl of ice cream every night, and it go right to sleep.
You be good.
Ass be up to 258 in no time.
Thickums.
Woo!
But some
Curvy
people are
girl.
just naturally thin, no matter what they eat. They're just naturally
Now,
thin.
that ain't going to really do a lot for your breasts, I've discovered, but you going to have the rest of you, though. Woo! Pow.
Body,
Girl,
yaddy,
you gonna
yaddy,
have
yaddy,
it.
yaddy.
Have it. Pow. Yeah. Apple bottom, make them want to bite. Yeah. I just want to hop on that flight.
Go down to Atlanta, talk to some of those women down there. They're working it out. All right, last one, Steve. Last one. This is from Ashlyn in St. Paul. Ashlyn says, I'm 32 years old and dating a man that loves to cook, but his cooking is not as good as he thinks it is. He loves everything spicy and overcooked. His pasta is always chewy, and I can't eat it. Should I start bringing my own food for our dates?
No,
that's
no,
cold.
no, don't do that. But we're going to have to talk to. See, that's a secret of people who can't cook. They overspice everything, where it just be so much damn flavor that you don't even know what the basic is no more.
Too hot, too salty, too sweet.
It's not edible, huh? You
You ever had chicken with so much on it you didn't know it was chicken? You know, sausage with so much on it you don't know it's sausage.
Right.
They do that. That's a major trick of people who can't cook. Cheese.
Overseas.
Oh, cheese. Over cheese.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, man. There's a restaurant in L.A. Used to be, I think it's the Wild Coyote.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, let me tell you something. Everybody go there, they say, for the drinks. But I don't drink, so I was in there actually trying to eat. They put so much damn cheese.
Cheese, they do.
Oh.
That restaurant was right down the street.
Seriously, they take a bag of that yellow and white cheese and just put handfuls on top of whatever you order. I kid you not, man. I ordered 3 items, and when it all came, all of it looked like cheese.
A big plate of cheese.
Shirley, have you seen this place?
Yes, it was right down the street from my house. Yes.
Man, I'm telling you, unbelievable. Hide everything with you. Drinks is great. Food disguised. Everything look like cheese pie.
Cheese pie.
But
Yeah.
Steve, quickly, how's she going to tell him? What is she going to do?
How's she gonna tell him what?
About his food.
Baby, you don't cook as good as you think. Slow down. You overcooking the pasta. It's too much
All
spice.
right.
You got to slow down.
Thank you, CeeLo. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business, because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So Whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
Show. Still trending, Chris Rock's Netflix comedy special, Selective Outrage. Almost 1 year later, Chris Rock finally addressed the Oscar slap for the first time. Rock suggested that Will Smith's response to his Oscars joke was more about him being mad at Jada than him. Rock said Will, quote, practices selective outrage. Take a listen.
Will Smith practices selective outrage. Practices selective outrage. Because everybody knows what the happened. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay?
True. None of us have been interviewed.
That right there.
Right. And the way he did it with the
microphone. So how you feeling?
You know, man, that's sort of crazy because that's true, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like everybody was going, wait a minute, hold up, dog. What you doing on TV with this?
Yeah.
Everybody. That wasn't a man that I knew that thought that was a therapeutic or wise thing. I don't know how that helped the marriage. It had to be for ratings on a red
table talk,
whatever that is.
Yeah,
that's all I could think. It was a horrible moment for him, and I know he had to deeply regret it because the backlash was unbelievable. Because he doesn't handle backlash well.
He being Will
Smith does not handle backlash because he's always been like the golden boy.
Yeah.
You know, the backlash from the slap threw him into something. He was all up in the Tibetan mountains trying to find himself in a monk's village and everything.
Out of character, though, for Will, from the Will that we thought we knew.
We've never seen him like that.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah. Well, but, you know, man, like I say, he doesn't handle public outrage well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he just doesn't.
But what made that night be the night you decided to lash out? Why that night?
Selective outrage.
Because
and it was genius what he called it, selective outrage.
But it was like Chris said, it was a B move all the way. Because you know you can go up there, your size versus his size.
Yeah, he
slap this man on national TV at an Oscar award show, turn around, button your jacket, and go sit to your seat. Because you knew wasn't nothing going to happen at that moment. Because you a Hollywood dude. You know ain't nothing going to happen at that moment. You done caught everybody off guard.
Yeah.
But okay,
I mean, we thought
so
it was
now.
a joke. We thought it was a joke.
No, it was so unexpected and unreal, but he knew that. Mm-hmm. And he selected that moment all of a sudden to just be a man.
Yeah.
But you done took all this other stuff. Yeah. But like I always said, you know, you could slap Chris. You didn't slap the other dude.
And that's what Chris said. If it's been anybody else up there, you wouldn't have walked up there and slapped him. You knew that. He said he knew he could whoop me.
Yeah.
He said, but I took the slap, though. I took it.
Yeah, he said he took it.
Oh, straight gangster.
Steve, some critics and people on social media are saying that Chris Rock should get over the slap. It was a year ago.
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. People always talking about what somebody ought to get over. You get over it.
Let me slap you and see if you get over it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
On live TV and humiliate you.
In front of everybody. Let me slap
millions people watching.
But comedians always use their platform as therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So he waited till he got a special, and he addressed it.
Yeah.
And he said everything he wanted to say a year later. You can say he should get over it. He is over it. Now here come the joke.
Yeah.
See, now what you going to do is you going to make a fool out of me. Then guess what? I'm finna monetize it.
And
I'm going to put it in a comedy special.
Now that's
and he did.
Since
now
you
that
want
was
to be,
genius.
you know, man, since you want to be famous,
Yes.
and you want to walk around slapping people consequence-free, here goes some more consequences. Right when you think it's over, right when you come out and you start speaking about it for the first time, now here come me, I'm going to speak about it. Because I might give a damn what Will say when he spoke about it. Like, he wanted to be forgiven. I forgave him, but I ain't Chris, though.
Yeah.
He
And
didn't slap
Chris
you,
said
right.
he loved Will Smith before that. He loved him.
He did.
He said he rooted for him.
did.
We
Yeah,
all
he-
love Will
yeah.
Smith. Yeah, he said that. He talked about
You
that.
know what? You know what I like? He put it in the special though, Uncle. You say that. Chris said this in the special. He said, "And I'm making a boatload of money tonight." He said that when he said that. He said, "I'm making a boatload of money tonight." Yeah.
Because, dog, it's okay. And it's okay. The people who don't understand what Chris did, it's just, just social media is so open to people's opinion about stuff. The dude nailed it. He did it his way. What you mean he should get over it? He should have never been slapped.
Thank you.
And,
How about
where's
that?
where's the outrage? Everybody, it's just like Chris titled his special Selective Outrage.
Selective outrage.
Because everybody has that. You get outraged about things that you want to get outraged about, and you have selective outrage.
Yeah.
So I thought it was genius, the title of it. So you're mad at him for responding to something that happened to him, but what about the violence? You're mad at him because
Hold
he's
up.
talking about it?
Yeah.
Selective outrage. When we eating dinner at night and we see all them sick puppies coming on TV that need shelter and need money and all like this. Okay, I got that. Ain't no problem with that. But I don't see no hungry kids on TV. Oh, we going to save all the animals. I don't hear no save the kids. They got the 1-800 Call for Kids commercial, the worst commercial on TV.
I hate that commercial.
Other people are saying it was genius and it was very funny. So
It was
there you
genius.
go. And it was. It was. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, I don't want that song stuck in my head. Kirk Franklin is trending about plastic baby names. Okay, we'll talk about it right after this.
Come on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Kirk Franklin is trending because he said bring back classic names to save the next generation. Now take a listen as Kirk talks about the birth of his second grandchild.
My daughter just gave birth to my second grandchild. Beautiful little girl named Levi. Levi's beautiful, but I told my daughter that I think to save the next generation, we need to go back. We need to go back to real names. The baby should have been named Betty, Phyllis, Geraldine, Ruby. See, we moved too far. You know what I'm saying? We need some more Charlene's. We've got to take it back if we're going to change the world. Bring back Johnny Mae, Jeanette, Deborah. God bless you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Come on, Kirk.
Yeah.
Doris.
Steve, you know you love a good
One at a time. Doris, Junior.
Yeah, Willie Mae. Yeah.
My Pearl.
Oh, Pearlie. Come on, Pearl.
Ooh, Carolyn.
Carolyn.
That's a good one. Yeah, here we go. Cheryl Ann. Bring Cheryl Ann back.
Hey, that's my name.
Shirley Ann.
Shirley Ann, that is my name.
Maybelline.
That's what Monica calls me.
We say what up?
Maybelline.
Maybelline.
Like the makeup?
Come on now.
I got it.
What?
Gwen.
That's
God,
your
dog.
favorite.
Ooh.
That's your
Nothing
favorite.
like Gwen, boy. Woo.
Ooh.
Shout out to my auntie Gwen.
Yeah, the world missing an Eileen right now.
Don't sleep on Eileen.
Eileen's.
Come on.
What, Steve?
Bernadette.
Who is that?
Good time.
Bernadette.
Bernadette.
You gotta sing every
Bernadette. Four tops, boy.
All right, I got one. Coretta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good
on,
name
Gene.
we need to bring back. Gene. Where's Gene at?
Plain and simple. Clean.
Gene.
Plain and simple. Gene.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Martha.
Ooh. Throwback.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stay in them M's with you.
Cousin.
Margaret. Margaret.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got a good one. Come on,
I got
Junior.
an A.
Yeah. Here another. I had a cousin named Gladys, 75.
Yes.
She my first cousin. Gladys. Ooh.
Agnes.
Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour. We'll check Steve's voicemail right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now to check Steve's voicemail, and if you'd like to leave a message for Steve, and I'm sure you do, call him 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE. You might just hear your call on the air. Steve, this first one is a relationship question from a caller named Misha.
Hello, Steve. My name is Misha, and I was just calling because I'm in this complicated relationship, I guess you could say, but he just got out of a relationship probably like 7 months ago, and he tells me that he wants to be with me, but he's not ready for a relationship because of the commitment that will be involved. How do I handle that situation? I'm hoping you can help me. Thank you.
Well, I mean, you have to just understand simply what a man is saying when he says that. All he's saying is, I'll sleep with you, but I'm not going to be with you.
Ooh, you better drop the knowledge.
I want you to just understand what that means.
Whoa.
I want to sleep with you. I don't want to be with you. That's what that means. So it's not complicated. The complicated part is because you're trying to figure out how you can get him to be with you when he says he don't. See, that now it's complicated when it's very simple. Judge Tola told me on my talk show one time, she said her grandmama told her, don't ever let a man have to tell you twice he don't want you. Don't let him have to tell you that twice now. So he's told you that. So why don't you let him go till he get himself healed and you go on about your business, because ain't no need of two hurt people coming out of this deal. So if he says he's still hurt, which he ain't, I want you to know that. Men we ain't hurt no 7 damn months. This was a breakup. This wasn't a damn death. Right. Ain't no man hurt for no 7 damn months. Because how we get over a woman is with another woman. So that's never going to change for us. He ain't nowhere shattered. So stop believing that. He ain't that
6
hurt.
months ago.
You know.
That's good.
But he's steady wanting to sleep with you. Go ahead, Shirley.
All right,
Yeah.
here's one. This is a young fan of the morning show.
Hey, Steve. I just want to say that you keep it fresh for the young people, too. Like, people be really shocked that I listen to your radio station. I don't know why, but I always get older people. I'm 29, and I always get people that be like, oh, you still listen to that? But I don't know. I still like your show. I like it a lot. Like, it's what's up. Like, I be laughing at everything. My kids like it. So, I don't know. I love it. So, it must be good enough for us still. Bye.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what has happened to like morning radio? Morning radio has just happened just like it's happened to music. We have these different genres now. And you feel like if that's your genre, that's what you should listen to. Well, we play adult contemporary music. We play urban AC. That's what we play. And there's not a lot of hip-hop going on over here, except on some of the stations. And if that's what your preference is, you're going to go over there. But when it comes to entertainment value, information, and inspiration, ain't nobody doing what we doing over here. No damn body. And
You
Snap,
better
Crackle,
drop that
Pop.
mic like
I don't
Chris
care
Rock.
who it is. There is no radio show funnier than this show right here.
Yes,
and
sir.
there is no radio show more inspirational or motivational than this. Now, are there radio shows play just as good as music? Yeah, we all got the same damn music. But you ain't got me, Tommy, and Junior, and then you ain't got Shirley and Carla. That's what you ain't got. Now, Snap, Crackle, Pop that. You can wear that around all you want. I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care whose show it is.
23
You already
years
know
you've been
this is the
doing this.
baddest damn radio show on planet Earth. It's
Yes,
number
sir.
one. If you want to laugh and you want to be motivated and inspired. Now, if you want to just shake your ass, then go somewhere else.
Okay. In the morning.
That ain't what we doing.
All right. Thank you for those
Never
phone
been
calls.
interested in how hard it shook anyway. Come this far in my career to be a, come on, yo, I'm on my ass, sure is shaking. I can't stop.
All right. you want to leave a message for Steve, call him 877-29-STEVE. Coming up next, it is the nephew and the prank phone call right after this. They don't have that. They don't have that.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is busting at the seams. Okay, we'll get into that, find out what that's all about.
Busting loose?
Yeah, all of that. We'll find out what it's all about in just a few. But right now, it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
The title is, Are Your Lights On? Are Your Lights On? Yep. Cat dog, let's go.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a...
Who's calling?
They call me Pepper. I live, I think I actually live in an apartment behind you. I think our apartments are up against each other. Are you in unit?
Who want to know?
Actually, I want to know. I'm calling you. I got a little bit of a problem. I actually live in which is the apartment that's our apartments are back to back with each other. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean no harm, man. But you are though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what's going on. It took me a long time to try to figure this out. But when you come home in the evening and you turn your lights on, my oven and stove come on. And I'm talking about every aisle on my stove is on and burning hot.
How do you know that's because when I turn my lights on?
I done figured it out. It just seemed like every time, I hear you when you close your door, and I every evening I'm like, why is my oven and my stove coming on? And I'm talking about my whole kitchen just 100 degrees in there behind the stove being on like that.
Okay, did you call maintenance?
From my understanding, I'm on the list, and they're not going to get to me for a couple of days now. So I'm asking you, Miss, if you don't mind, to not have your lights on until they come get this fixed.
Okay, so you asking me not to turn on my lights for 3 or 4 days and, to sit in the dark.
Well, I'm just saying it's only going to be for a couple of days. I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but, I can't be over here in the house, damn near about to burn down.
Are you listening to what you're saying? You're asking me to sit in the dark. I got a baby. I can't sit in the dark.
Okay. Do y'all have any candles or something y'all can work with or something like that?
I have to give my baby food, milk. Really, you want me to sit in the dark and you don't want me to turn anything on. I got to feed my baby.
I understand, and much respect to you and your child. Much respect. But what I'm trying to explain to you is, we have to look at the big hazard here. The bigger hazard is that I'm over here with fire on.
Okay, first of all, where are you getting this we from? How am I involved in your situation? I have nothing to do with what's going on in your house.
Your lights is patched in some kind of way to my oven and stove.
Okay, but I don't have anything to do with that. You need to call management or maintenance or whatever, but I don't have anything to do with that. And I want to know, how do you know when I get home and turn on my lights? Are you looking in my window or something? Are you a peeping Tom? Do I need to call 911?
You don't need to call nobody on me. Now, what we need to do is get somebody over here and fix this oven and this stove. That's what we got to get done. But until then, right now, you can't turn them lights on.
Oh, I'm turning on my lights.
Okay.
I know you ain't trying to regulate what I do in my house.
Listen, I'm going to tell you just like this here. I'm going to need you to keep them lights off until maintenance get over here in 2 days. Now, if I see this stove come on and all these eyes on this stove come on, then I'm going to come back over there and we're going to have to rectify the problem. But I cannot have this coming on.
So you threatening me now?
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm telling you not to turn the lights on. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Well, I can't sit in the dark, and I'm going to turn on my lights. So, you're going to have to deal with it.
No, I'm not going to deal with it. You're going to have to actually turn the lights off. Now, I understand. Do you have somewhere you can go stay?
Oh, me? Do you have somewhere you can go stay? I'm not leaving my house. I don't have a problem. You're the one with the problem.
I'm not finna leave here and then you turn it on and then
if you come over here and knock on my door, you think you see fire in your stove. You're going to see some fire. I can show you some fire.
Okay, listen. I'm trying to work with you as calmly as I can, okay?
You're not trying to work with me calmly.
Okay.
The only thing you're doing right now is you're trying to tell me what to do and run my household.
Okay, if you're not going to work with me, then this is what I'm going to do. Because I already found out where the breaker is. I'll just go and just turn all the power off. So you don't have your power on at all.
Wait a minute. What the No, you can't turn my breaker off. Are you crazy?
I got to do what I got to do. I can't start no fire around here.
You get my phone number anyway. I mean, how you know my name, my number, all that? You know what? My about to come home, and he gonna put the foot up your. I don't care if he put your in the oven, and we set your on fire. What the you talking about? You gonna damn turn the breaker off?
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to sit over here and prevent a fire for the whole complex, and you up in here trying to commit. This is like arson for you to turn that on.
I don't give a. You already got a problem, so I'm just gonna add fuel to the fire. You call me, and again, I want to know how you got my number.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna sit here and go on this little small talk.
I mean,
with you. The problem is that we got a problem with your switch. When you turn it on, my oven comes on, and all the aisles on the stove come on.
Problem, and it's about to be a bigger problem when my man come over there and put a foot up your. I don't know who the you think you with, but it's about to be on.
Who you think you
call the
talking
wrong.
to?
I don't know how you got my number, but you called the wrong today.
Okay, fine. I got one more thing else I need to say to you. Is you listening?
What you got to say? Because I'm tired of listening to you.
Are you listening?
You ain't said I want to here today. You calling me with all this.
Here it is. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your husband.
Are you? Wait a minute. Hold up. This is who?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband got me to prank phone call you.
Are you serious? Is this for real? I don't believe this. I can't believe this.
You all right?
I know. I was ready to put a foot up in somebody's. I don't believe I just got pumped like this.
Okay, I got to ask you one more thing. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. You got it.
That's pretty stupid right there. That right
You
there,
must
that's
say so
pretty
yourself.
stupid. Yeah. You turn your stuff on in your apartment. I got all kind of stuff coming on in this apartment. So I need you to just don't turn that on right now. Just don't do
play
that.
too much.
Don't do that. Now, you want to look for stupid? We got stupid for you. April 1st, all right? April 1st, Dallas, Texas. It's the April Fool's Comedy Jam. This is number 6. Rodney Perry in the building. Dominique in the building. Kia, Junior Boy Spates in the building.
Yay,
Hosted by yours truly, Nephew Tommy. And the headliner of the evening is the queen of comedy, Miss Monique herself. That is April Fool's Night, Dallas, Texas. That is the April Fool's Comedy Jam number 6. It is at Texas Trust Theater. Texas Trust Theater. Tickets are on sale right now. Dallas going to be straight ignorant. Rodney Perry, Dominique, Kill Junior Boy Space, hosted by yours truly, me, Nephew Tommy, and the headliner, the queen of comedy, Ms. Monique is in the building. And then after that, I go April 15th. See, I works with everybody. I go April 15th. All right, that's the Laugh and Love Show. All right, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Southern Performing Arts Center. That's April 15th, 7:30 p.m. show. That's your boy Nephew Tommy and Life Jenny. See, that's Laugh and Love. See, I bring the laugh, you bring the love.
April 15th.
Tax day. Yeah, right there on tax day. Just come on out.
On that day.
Right after you,
Yeah.
Tommy, April 21st, I'm in Waco. So I'm doing Waco at the Hippodrome. Yeah, with some April
There you go.
Sunshine. Yeah, well, we have a laugh and love too. She bringing the laughs. I'm doing the love on this one.
Okay. Don't mix that up because it won't go right.
No, what I'm doing. I'm letting her do the laughs. I'm doing love. I'm doing my concert. That's what I'm doing. I'm in concert.
That's going to be crazy. But April Fool's going to be off the chain, so you do not want to miss it. Rodney Perry, Dominique, Kia, me, Nephew Tommy, and Monique in the building April the 1st. Texas Trust. Tickets on sale right now.
Red. All right, nephew. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter. You don't want to miss it. The subject is busting at the seams. Busting at the seams. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Hear that? It could be yours. You never know.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Subject, busting at the seams. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 42-year-old married woman with a blended family with 5 children total. My brother-in-law lives with us and we have 2 dogs. My brother-in-law picked up a stray cat that lives outside because one of the children is allergic to it. We have a 4-bedroom house and we're doing okay financially, but we are living paycheck to paycheck. It would be great if my brother-in-law could pitch in and help out, but he has some kind of mental issues that keep him from holding down a job. I would love to know what's wrong with him since he's living with us, but my husband says it's a long-standing illness that no one has ever asked him about. Well, that's just fine and dandy. Let's just hope he keeps it under control while he's sleeping on our couch. I've got my hands full with the children, so I don't need another one to look after. Just when I was thinking I needed some help to get my business going on the side, my youngest brother told me he was moving closer to me. He said that he found an apartment on a website where 3 people were looking for one more roommate. I suggested he move in with us so he can help me start my nail business. He also works full-time, and that income would help us out because Los Angeles is expensive. When I told my husband that my brother would be moving in, he shot the idea down before I could finish. I was so mad I could scream. He said that our house is already busting at the seams. I told him his cray-cray freeloading brother can leave, and now he's not speaking to me. How dare he choose his brother over mine? If we're stacking up people in the house, how does he choose who gets to stay? Well, he did it this time, but really he doesn't get to choose because the house belongs to the both of you. It's our house, okay? Yours and his. I agree, it's a lot of people, animals, all that in the house, and the only ones that really should have a free ride are the children, are your children. That's it, period. You don't even know how to help your brother-in-law because they won't tell you what's wrong. I mean, this whole situation, I think, is wrong because you have not been allowed to have a say about what's going down in your own home. The time is now, though, for you to say something. I mean, a family meeting, something needs to be called. You need to let your husband know that your brother is just as welcome there as his brother is. At least your brother can help out with some of the bills and stuff, since you guys said you're living paycheck to paycheck. And your brother is going to help you with your business, a plus. So far, it's a win-win if your brother moves in. But having said all of that, I don't think this is an issue worth losing your marriage over or a big enough problem to get into a major fight about. I mean, it's big, though. Don't get me wrong. It's already gotten pretty ugly with your man not speaking to you now, which is crazy. But he should have given you the respect and consideration as the woman of the house. He definitely should have discussed his brother moving in with you first, and you, on the other hand, could have just moved in your brother, too, since this is what we're doing. But you did it the right way and checked with him, your husband, beforehand. He shot it down, and the house is crowded. So I just say your brother should go ahead with his original plan, move in with those roommates, and you and your husband need to talk. Let him know how he made you feel, and he needs to stop that. Steve?
Well, thank you, Shirley. Appreciate all that wholesome answers you was giving and advice. I ain't got none of that. Let's just go and get to this letter. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 42-year-old married woman with a blended family with 5 children total. My brother-in-law lives with us, and we have 2 dogs. My brother-in-law picked up a stray cat that lives outside because one of the children is allergic to it, and we have a 4-bedroom house. Okay, now, let's do some math. We got 5 damn kids. We got 2 dogs. That's 7. You and your husband, that's 9. Your brother-in-law, 10. And that damn cat he done brought to the house is 10. That's 10 miles we feed. All this in a 4-bedroom. I'm just going to tell you, Fly, there's too many damn people in here. It's too many damn people in here. And let's start with what's too many. First of all, his damn brother-in-law could pitch in and help, but he got some kind of mental issue. Now, we got to be careful here because mental illness is a big thing now, but it's a whole nother thing. That's on your job. You got to be careful on your job. I ain't got to be crazy. I ain't got to be careful when you're trying to move crazy-ass people in my house. See, because I don't have HR at my house. HR is not at my house. HR is on your job. And you have to handle mental issues very seriously on your job. We ain't at the job. We at my house. And we don't have HR at my house. So now, why is his nutty ass staying? Let's just really talk about that. Because we're talking about a nutty ass person right here. Because you sitting there saying, he living with us and he got some type of mental issue that he can't hold a job. See, HR don't let him down there. So he can't hold a job, so HR won't let him down there, but he in the house. And I'd love to know what's wrong with him since he living with him. But my husband said it's a long-standing illness that no one had ever asked him about. Well, let's talk about this. I could help you better if I knew what the symptoms was. What is his nutty ass doing? Is he waving at flies in the air that ain't there? I need to know that. I need to know what is he doing. Do he be talking and bite his tongue all the time? Do he be sitting up there and all of a sudden he just pee on himself? I need to know the symptoms. What is his long-standing illness that nobody talks about?
Hold on, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, busting out the seams. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
See, there's just too many people in this house. I'm just going to be real with you. Shirley gave you a lot of solid advice about your brother and everything. I ain't even got to that, but let's just go quickly what we do know. It's 5 kids at the house. You got 5 blended family. You got 5 kids. You got you and your husband. That's 2. You got 2 dogs. That's 7. That's 9. You got your brother-in-law, 10. He nutty, and he done bought a damn stray cat home. He can't take care of his own ass. Now, he bringing other animals in the house. Now, this lunatic, we don't even know what's wrong with him because he has your husband say he got a long-standing illness, but don't nobody what it is. I could help you if I knew the symptoms. Like example, I said if he's like swatting at flies in the air that ain't there, I would need to know that. You know,
in there.
Do he reach up under the sink and just start eating a sponge? Did he do that? As he's sitting up against the window and he barking at dogs going by, ow, ow, ow. Do he do that? What level of nutty are we talking about? And see, I can talk about this even though you said mental illness in your letter. That's mental illness down at a job with HR. when it's not at your job, it's not mental illness. It's his ass crazy. There's something wrong with him. He loony. He ain't rap right. He touched. And it's not by an angel. He's touched. He's slightly off. You got everybody got touch people in their family.
Are we still
Uncle Carl stay out in the car all day, just come in at night. Act like he driving. I had an uncle just sat behind the wheel of the car.
We still have a show.
All day long, and then bring his nutty ass in there for dinner, and then go to sleep. I done had people that say, now you want to ask him what's wrong, but he got a long-standing illness don't nobody know nothing about. There's too many people in the house. And then you want to hope he keep it under control while he's sleeping on y'all couch. He on the couch because you got 5 kids, you and your husband, and him, and you got a 4-bedroom house. You say y'all doing okay, but y'all living check to check. And then so you don't need another one to look after. Just when I was thinking I needed some help to get my business going on the side, my younger brother told me he was moving closer to me. He said he found an apartment on the website where 3 people were looking for one more roommate. I suggested he move in with us so he could help me start my nail business. You can't start no nail business.
Why?
You can't start no nail business.
Why?
Why not?
In that little crowded ass house. And then you need your brother to come and help you financially. Where he gonna stay? Your brother-in-law already on the couch. Where's you finna put a manicure and pedicure stand at in that crowded ass house? I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna lose customers. Soon as one of them damn dogs jump in that pedicure water, ain't nobody gonna want to put their feet in that end. See, once you done had dogs playing in the water, people don't want your little nail product. You don't have room in your house for no damn nail salon. Why are you thinking of opening a business when all you really got room for is to help the judicial system? You can open up your house as a jail cell and keep people in there that's under house arrest. You do stuff like that because they used to crowded ass conditions. But you can't have people coming. Where you going to do the nails at? Out on the porch?
Did she say she was going to open it up in the house? No.
Where she going? She ain't got no money for all this. She can't go get no stove. She just said her brother was going to come down there and help her with the nails and chip in with the rent. Now, then you told that to your husband. Your husband don't want your brother in there. He put his foot down, no. But his damn brother in there laying on the couch ain't making a quarter because he can't work because he got some mental issues. What is wrong with him? If the people at the job don't want him, why I got to want him? I'm going to tell you right now. If somebody in the employment world don't want you, I'm not giving you the couch or nothing. Where y'all watch TV at? He in there laying on the damn couch. The kids in there laying on Uncle Rogers with his fat ass set up in here. And now now you can't find one of the kids. You don't know if his ass ate one of these babies or what. You don't know what his illness is. Now he in there cooking and you can't find the cat. You got to get his ass out of there because you don't know what his illness is. Why is this dog limping like this? Well, what is that he in there cooking? See, you need to find out what is wrong with his nutty ass before you start inviting. Now, your brother, let me tell you something. You ain't got nowhere for your brother to sleep. Only thing I can do is hire your brother. I say let your brother come on in there. Hell, damn what your husband mad about. I say let your brother come on in there and his ass sleep on the couch with the brother-in-law. That way he can watch his ass. Because somebody got to watch his crazy ass anyway. And if your brother got good sense, now ain't nobody going to be laying down, but you can sleep sitting up. I lived in a car for 3 years. You can sleep sitting up. Because when you're tired, your ass is tired. But you hire your brother-in-law, you hire your brother to watch your brother-in-law before people start missing in that house because they still don't know what's wrong with it. So what we've come to conclusion in this house is too many damn people in here. And the last thing you need to bring in here is some damn customers trying to get their damn hands and nails done because there ain't nowhere to sit their ass. They can't sit on the couch. You can't put them in the kitchen. Y'all going to be doing nails all out on the back porch sitting on steps. And nobody's coming back over here. You gotta do hands for $2 and feet for $2. That's the only way you're gonna get
$4 coming up
$4.
at 46 minutes after. We got Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. Junior, what you got?
All right, let me give him some great news to Tommy, man, at the NFL Combine, man. You're running back out of Texas A&M. Boy, Devon A-Chain ran a 4.32. Tommy, be cool. Be cool with it, dog.
Boy.
That boy ran a 4.32.
Hey, dog, out of where?
Out of Texas A&M. That's getting it. Running back.
That boy running.
But let me just blow your mind out of that, huh? DJ Turner, the cornerback out of Michigan, ran a 4.26. That was the fastest.
4.2.
4.26.
He could have ran out the building if he wanted.
I wouldn't go catch another pass. I'm done. I'm drafted. 4.26.
That boy out of Georgia ran a 4.44, man.
That's how you run out the ghetto. That's how you run out the ghetto.
You out of there. Yeah, you out of there. Yeah, your contract's on the way, man.
Mama, you gonna get that house. Yes.
Also, man, in the latest John Morant news, man, he's gonna be out more than 2 games, man. He's gonna be out for a while. Let's put it like this. Some more incidents have surfaced with him and guns.
The league not finna do this. These young cats, listen to me, young people that's listening to this show. You can't let them care about their brand more than you care about your brand.
Yeah.
He has no business nowhere with a gun.
Yeah.
Dog,
But
you
know,
are
Steve, they
a
give these young
multi-millionaire.
guys money. They give these young guys so much money, and they just
Yeah, and it's just
Because you know what it is?
What?
They keep listening to that thing, keep it real. I keep telling y'all, when God take you places, you can't keep it real. You got to keep it moving. He took you to the top, not them. That's the problem, like Jamie Foxx said about being on top. Problem with the why it's so lonely at the top, because you can't take nobody with you. So now, instead of being able to take somebody with you, they hold you with them talking about you got to keep it real. Now, your ass doing ghetto and hood-related mess, and you got millions. You stupid. I don't feel sorry for him at all, because this is stupidity. What is it? Oh, this mental illness too? What?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
no, it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
Bad
Choices.
choices. Yeah.
Bad
This is where I expect.
No
Yeah,
one's
he
good
was
around
born
this
in the
stuff.
hood, and he was underprivileged, and you don't know what it's like coming from the hood. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
yes, we do.
All of us do.
Yeah.
All us know.
Yeah.
We got our shirt on and ain't got no gun either.
Wow. Yeah. All right, Junior, thank you. I'm sure you're going to be following that story. Coming up at the top of the hour, this woman on social media, Steve, needs some advice about being surrounded by negativity. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business, because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
Well, Steve, Sherry on Facebook says, I try to stay positive, but nearly everyone in...
Where take us. That's what that means. I've heard it a million times.
That
Hey,
part,
man, you need to keep it real.
Yep.
They want you to
Go
either
down
stay
with
here with us,
Mm-hmm.
go down with us, or take
to
us
jail
with
with
you.
us.
Woo, facts.
That's
boy,
that's how you keep it
on.
real. And I tell people all the time, when God, and then I walk out there. Go into these interviews saying, God, help me. If this is for me, I want you to help me shine. But either way, let me be the best version of me that I can be. And take a deep breath and go on in there. Because here's the deal. They really don't have the power one way or the other. The decision really is God's. And when you don't get something, it may be best for you. I drove away. I'll tell you this when I come back. This was good.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at about 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
This story right here made me sick. Representative Paul Sherrill, a white Tennessee Republican lawmaker, has apologized after asking if hanging by a tree could be added to the state's execution methods, a comment that has shocked black lawmakers who point to the state's dark history of lynching, of course. Representative Paul Sherrill first made the remark last week as another lawmaker was introducing legislation to include the firing squad to execute death row inmates. Sherrill's apology read in part, quote, "My intention was to express my support of families who often wait decades for justice. I sincerely apologize to anyone who may have been hurt or offended." What?
Let's go on and test that tree with you, Paul. Let's start with you. How about that?
I mean...
Well, the problem with that whole thing is, if you want to bring back lynching, the only people that we can recall being lynched are black people.
Thank you.
All the lynchings we done heard about in the 1900s, 20th century, is all black people. So all you said to us was, let's bring, well, so while you at it, Paul, why don't you just bring back cotton picking? How about, wait a minute, you don't, lynching's too much. Why don't we bring back flogging? Which one of them would be
I don't know who you
more
think's going to pick
inclusive?
this cotton, though. I don't know who the hell you think's going to do that.
All right.
It ain't going to be us. I know
It's
that.
not finna be us.
Coming up at 33 minutes after, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and we'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather have a bottomless bag of money or an unlimited supply of sex? Let's just get it started.
Hey.
A, and then
We
I
can
can
get B
get
with
B.
A.
Yeah, I can get B.
Yeah, B is an automatic with A.
Oh,
With
yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want the money, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hear money. Damn about no
We
sex.
taking the bag.
He said, I don't
No.
care about no sex. Look at this.
Dog, I'll take this money. Dog, you had
B
I
comes
don't
with
even
A.
want an
B
unlimited
comes-
Dog had a hell of run. I had a hell of run. I got enough memories to hold me. Hell,
I can have sex with that money.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I ain't gonna,
All about the Benjamins. You getting
All
busy.
about the Benjamin.
Miss Benjamin. Okay. All right. Would you rather have your partner cheat on you several times and never find out, or cheat on your partner and have to confess?
Confess.
I don't like this question because Nia Long just popped in my mind. I swear to God.
Oh, that's not your partner.
But I have to confess it.
You know, Nia
don't-
been in your
but
mind real
confess?
strong, though.
Confess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Either
the
your
opposite.
partner's cheating on you or you're cheating and have to confess.
And you don't know it.
Yeah, your partner's cheating on you. You never find out.
Oh, yeah, I go.
But you
Here,
cheat
give
on
me
your
A.
partner and have to confess. Would you
I
rather?
Ain't no way in
Yeah.
hell. Ain't no way in hell.
You
What, you would confess?
Confess. There's nothing
Not in your
in me.
vocab.
There's nothing in me
Your verbal
to
wheelhouse.
volunteer death-defying information. Dog, I've been down to the police station, did it, and did not confess.
So you wouldn't confess to an entanglement, huh?
What?
You don't understand the would you rather question, do you?
Right. Right.
I don't even understand. That doesn't make any sense to me. Go ahead, next one. That don't make any sense.
You mad?
Unbelievable.
All right, would you rather have to relive the same day over and over again for a period of 1 year or have 3 years taken from your life?
No, I'm gonna do A. We're just gonna be stuck in that day for a year. I just hope it's a good day. Just hope
It's got to be a good day.
Oh, I got a day I can do over. I tell you what day it won't be, though. I know that.
What day? It won't be.
What day?
It won't be. Now, one of them days I was in court. We ain't doing that no more.
All right, that's today's round of Would You Rather, guys. Coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, it is our last break of the day, and we'll close out the show with Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good Tuesday. So far, so good this week.
Yes, good Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, earlier we had this question from Lisa off of Steve Harvey FM, and she said that she had an interview for her dream job, and it's coming up next week. And she's had lots of jobs. She's interviewed for a number of jobs, but she's never cared more about getting a job than she does about this one. All right. She says she's freaking out. She needs some advice on how to avoid crashing and burning in her interview. And she looks to you because you're very successful. She wants to know how to calm down and how to go into this job interview with a better chance of getting the job.
Well, let me say this. Like I was saying earlier, and these are my closing remarks too. I'm going to use this to share some information. That first of all, the Bible says be anxious for nothing. And it took me a long time to figure out, and I broke down in tears. I was crying because, man, I had all my everything based on that job at Allstate. Man, if I had got that job, I could change my life for my family and everything. 1 week later, and it was the most miserable week of misery and regret. 1 week later, I walked in a comedy club, one amateur night, won $50. Went to work the next day and quit my job. Today I'm on the radio. Today I'm in television. I've done movies. I've been one of the major stand-ups in the country during the period. I've lived a life far beyond my dreams. I've traveled around the world. I've made unthinkable money that I never saw myself making. I've met presidents of nations. I've sat with the president of the United States, the president of Botswana, the president of Ghana, president of South Africa, the president of the UAE. I've met with dignitaries and everything. If I had got that job at Allstate, I'd have never went to the comedy club. I'd have never won $50. I would have missed all these incredible things that God has for me. And I admire my friends who are retiring today. But I would have missed this that God had for me. And I think what he had for me was better than what I had planned for me. Those are my closing remarks today. Y'all be good.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C.
This child was laying on the side of the road.
The person said, "I murdered your daughter."
The killer believed that he may have been seen.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get ready. Stuff They Don't Want You to Know is back in iHeartland for another epic event. Ben, Matt, and Noel from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know are hitting the big screen in iHeartland on Roblox. This time, they're celebrating some of the most important people in our lives, teachers. Join the guys as they educate us about our educators and celebrate Teacher Appreciation Day all week long. Head to State Farm Park and iHeartland on Roblox starting Thursday, June 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Visit iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland to start playing today.
Hi, this is Chelsea Handler.
And I'm Catherine Law.
We are the hosts of the Dear Chelsea podcast, where we give advice to real life people. Sometimes we have experts, sometimes we have celebs on helping us.
Guests like Ross Matthews, Matthew McConaughey, Juliana Margulies, Gwyneth Paltrow, and so many more. We answer questions on anything from drugs to relationships. We've even broken people up.
Yes, I take a lot of credit for breaking people up. I am a relationship wrecker. And just motivation. Sometimes people just need a kick in the ass, and that's what I am. And we encourage people to live their lives truly, fully, and bravely. Listen to Dear Chelsea on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.